Hello everybody, welcome to Instantgo Tarot Odyssey. Today we're going to have a fun read on my future spouse. What might they look like, some of their behaviors and personality, and also their zodiac signs. So I'm very excited to start. So I have a 3-card choice. So number 1 we have Moon, and then I have the symbol of Buddha to help you have a secondary choice. Then we have the Hierophant, also with Egyptian gold, and then we have the Sun with a beautiful dragon amulet made out of jade. So I'm going to let you make your choice visually, how you feel about that, and or the wording, whatever you feel like grabs you, or the numbers, because numerically there is an 18, a 5, and a 19 as well to choose. Help you with your choice there. Okay, I'm excited. I like these kind of reads because I'm also going to be asking my guides where in the world that they could have spent a lot of time, or where they might hail from as well. So we're actually going to start with that, where they might come from. So we're going to start with number 1, the Moon. So I hope y'all are doing well and you're having a great start to your spring, and after that full moon. Okay, so I'm doing 2 choices with each one of these. So when we get Obsidian Walls of Yellowstone, this is, I am definitely hearing with this card that they are from the Midwest in America. Again, this is an area in the United States where Yellowstone Park is, and it's amazing. And yeah, see, we doubled up on this area because I said, I'm going to ask for a secondary too, because sometimes people can spend half of life somewhere. But again, Taos is in New Mexico, so this is the Midwest. And I actually lived in Taos for a time, and it is remarkable. It's such an artsy, warm, delicious place. Like, I can't even, driving through the canyons when the sun is either coming up or going down is otherworldly beautiful. It's remarkable. So yeah, this is a Midwestern American male, and I love their attributes. They're very masculine, and they usually have a nice affinity with animals, horses, cattle, things like that, because they're indigenous to that area, and it's just part of the lifestyle there. It's very beautiful. Also very earthy, grounded people. So let's see if we can see possible zodiacs. It's funny that the earth sign Capricorn came up, and I'm going to choose a secondary because I always believe that sometimes it can mix in their sun and moon, and also, you know, there's always a possibility of a fluctuation in that. So, and then Cancer, and these are 2 wonderful signs. Actually, my husband is a Capricorn and my daughter is a Cancer. Cancer is a very sensitive, lovely, artistic, fantastic writers as well, and Capricorn very down to earth, logical, fantastic with numbers, and you know, all those little tedious earthly things that have to be seen to. Yeah, and just really solid people, grounded, earthy together. I love the Cancer and in their dreaminess and their artistry for sure. Now here's some of their personality traits. I like using an animal card for this because I feel like the elephant is super reliable. They have an ancient sort of magic about them. They're very grounded, but they can also have this strength that is remarkable in times of stress or burdens. They can really dig deep and keep the minefields at bay for everybody else because they know how to tap into, I've got this energy. It's sort of like, you know, the ruler who wields his power quietly but gets things done, make sure everybody's fed, make sure everything is taken care of, everything is protected. That type of personality, very earthy and majestic and powerful, and also stayed. Like, they are true blue. They're not people that wander and cheat. They are extremely loyal. So this person's going to be very, very loyal as well. So I wanted to pull this card too for what's happening in this love path for you. So energetically, everything is falling into place for you right now. You're coming into a high point where you're going to find you're able to easily manifest people, things, and situations that you need to carry you forward on your journey. And you're actually calling in this love and you're manifesting it beautifully. So don't worry about the details of what you think life should look like right now, because it's always going to be topsy-turvy, up and down and all over. And the universe has an infinitely wiser outcome than we could ever think of. You know, the human point of view, sometimes we just limit ourselves from what we've already experienced, but these are experiences that are yet to come, and it's going to be perfect timing for you to get exactly what you need, and expect really beautiful abundance to arrive with ease, because when we raise our vibration and our frequency to call in these significant others, we're in a good place spiritually, mentally, and physically. So of course we're going to be able to pull this beautiful bounty towards us, right? I also want to ask for a time frame for this. Let me see what we have in terms of, I am going to use these beauties. Okay, it's like I'm the best shuffler here. Okay, so we got a 5, and I was asking in terms of weeks, months, and time. So this is a 5-month time frame. I feel like everybody's going to relax and grow into their true selves over the summer and feel really good. And the fact that they're feeling abundant, warm, and successful is going to turn the tides in their life, luck, and love. Because oftentimes when we get stressed, we're not noticing the little details. This person also is a super creative individual. They're probably an artist, musician, or writer. They're very lighthearted. They're playful. They're very romantic. So that's why I feel like a lot of the writing instinct might come in. And also, though, to make ends meet at times, I feel like they take on fun jobs like fitness training, retail sales, things like that. And they also work as some of these people are animal groomers, I feel like, too. They take care of animals. They're fantastic with animals. As we know, all artists don't just take off and have instant success a lot of times, so they have to have extra avenues of income, right? So that's fun. And it's so great to like experience people that have done all kinds of fun things, because it's the flavor of life when we go out and we get to partake in these jobs. I met some of my favorite people in catering. Although it can be strenuous and weird, it's a lot of fun. So very beautiful, yeah. And we're looking at this 5-month time frame. And remember, we can always bump up this time when we raise our frequency vibration and we start to pay attention to synchronicities and signs. It ushers that in all the more sooner for us. Okay, group 1, beautiful, beautiful energy for you. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you want to come check us all out on the Patreon page, we have some fun stuff going out there with the love course. If you need information for private reads, it's down there, and you want to pop in my Etsy store, I've got all my fun spring jewelry in there, and my obsidian pieces, because I just watched a really fascinating piece on, protective dark stones. And I've always believed, that they do have a capacity to absorb that negative energy and or deflect it. And I have a lot of obsidian and dark stones that I placed in there, because I feel like when we can protect ourselves from negative energy, we can feel that source power within us and make our right decisions. So that's you, group 1. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So now we're on to number 2, the hierophant in Egyptian gold. And we're going to see from whence your man or woman might hail. This is very interesting. So with the 2 choices, funnily enough, your favorite place, you might be walking in a park, by a lake, going to visit some place, a childhood summer area that you might visit, and that's where you're going to meet. Wherever that place is, it's really special to you. Like, I often go walking in our neighborhood bird sanctuary that's right at the end of our park, and I love that. If it's not too rainy and muddy, I love to go in there, because all you really hear are the birds in there. And I feel like it's where you just take your daily walk, stroll, or you go away to get away from it all. That's a possibility of where you might meet them. In other places, these people might hail from India and that part of the world, the East. They're very spiritual. They're very grounded. They're very together and solid. I also feel like they're really into studying. They like to document a lot of things. They are very generous. But they're this particular person is like adventurous and extremely well traveled as well. So they've seen the world. Let's get a little more of their personality type. Yeah. They're playful, fun, open-hearted, open-minded, and they don't have any of that. Sometimes when people, especially if this is a group and you're looking for people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, that they can get sort of staid or, hard in their ways, because they've spent time alone. This person is extremely flexible, lovely, fluid. They definitely have a skill or a trade that's brought them a lot of professional success and some kind, guild and skills as building. Definitely, but they have a whole web of understanding of a lot of things. Like they can program computers, they understand systems and analyzing things. Like, I feel like they worked with a lot of administration stuff that had to do with software and developing, like maybe web developer, because they understand computers like nobody's business. But now it's like they've just had experience all over the place, and they've done work like as security guards and all kinds of fun things as well. And I like how when people supplement their income while they're studying, or if they're in like an artist trade, the things they get to learn along the way. It's very, very beautiful. Let's see what the possibilities of their zodiac sign is as well. Okay, so we have a Libra is definitely, look, enjoy life with music, love, and romance. I feel like summer is going to be the months to just relax, have a good time, and be joyful. And Libras, I feel, they definitely are one of the most balanced, with the best equilibrium of every sign. I feel like they're super composed, and before they speak, they really think. I mean, they are not a rash sign. They judge and then they deliver. And I feel like because they think before they speak very fairly. They speak very honestly. Every Libra I met is very true blue honest. They have a really good moral compass. They're very together people. And they also, they're very non-judgmental. They allow for a lot of craziness to go on around them, and they don't judge or feel like they have to cast aspersions on anybody, because they're very freewheeling like that. Like, oh, live and let live. It's a beautiful, beautiful sign. And then alternately, because this can be sun, moon, and or a possibly second runner-up sign, you have the Taurus as well, and that's a nice, grounded earth sign too. And they're so self-sufficient. I feel like they're, of all the signs, the most self-contained unit. They like to do what they like to do, and they love to be included in your world and include you in theirs, but they don't have to look to you for answers, help, or anything like that. They're very solid together people, but also they're a little escapist at times too, so you got to pull them back into reality, because they will disappear into this sort of special world, you know what I mean, where they can go in their head and they can live happily. So let's hear some of the messages upon the arrival of this. So this is saying, take time to lift your eyes off the ground and start looking up towards the heavens. Keeping you down and trying to pull and to be small isn't doing anybody any favors. The world needs you, the real you. Low self-esteem or self-worth is impeding your perception of whom or what you really are. It's also affecting your ability to put yourself out in the world. There's a whole nother life waiting inside you, crying to be lived. So the universe sees you and knows you as the divine spark of all. They're calling you now to begin embracing that aspect of yourself. So just rise up and live to your potential. Keep your head up. I always feel like when we're talking about love matches and companionship, that we need an awareness factor, a high awareness factor, which means be present. If you're walking with your head down and you're spacing out, and or you're thinking heavy or troubled thoughts, you're not making eye contact and realizing who's out there, right? And that's important at this time, and to make these beautiful connections and really feel like, hey, shift into your body and listen. Release emotions that you've been storing and just move forward, because I feel like it's a time of detoxification for you too. Are you supported as you release all these habits and limiting patterns that aren't serving your highest good? Find people that support and love you and are like, you've got this, you know what I mean? Seek out readers on YouTube and other places that let you know you are not alone. You certainly aren't, and you're going to go on this beautiful, fabulous journey. And I'm going to choose a number right now. If we can get a time span on this, I'm just like shuffling all around and see what is going on. And I like to get a time span on stuff. And pain is all. Okay, let me just do a little shuffle. I'm sorry, I got a little distracted. I thought I had a normal deck in which to choose my time span, but they are all, okay, here we go. So we got 4 months, and it's funny, the last group before was 5 months. So I feel like 4 months, and here's the thing, I feel like summer is just ushering in unique, beautiful, fabulous love. That's all that's happening. It's wave upon wave upon wave, because people are, they're tying up karmic ends. They're releasing all these old haunting and hurts of the past, and they're coming like cream to the top. They're rising to the occasion of their life and meeting love head on, and it's beautiful. And that's your energy group too. I love that for you. So love and light to you. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below. I'm on Instantgo if you need a quick answer. All my private reading information is down there. Etsy if you want to come see me on my Patreon page. I have my love course booming, and I'm going to do some great deck reviews today and tomorrow because I have all these great decks I haven't had a chance to review, and I want to do that for my Patreons and show them my thanks and all kinds of fun stuff going on. So go check that out. And thank you again for watching my channel. I really appreciate it. So now we're on to number 3, the Sun card. First, I'm going to get a time frame because when I save that to last, I start to spaz out. Wow. Oh, whoa, that was a good shuffle. And we've got 3 months. It's funny, we went 3, 4, and 5 months for these. So yeah, I feel like summer really is a really hotbed time for all of this. And I want to pull a couple of these to see what the possibility is. Okay, yeah, I already have a vision of this. So when I'm seeing this and that, and now I'm letting my guides sort of give me what the probability of what they do for a living, because it's funny with the other two, there's so many messages because people have so many little sideline jobs too for doing stuff. You know, a lot of people are cashiers, they're doing retail sales right now. They're manicurists, they're animal groomers, they're all kinds of things. Now this particular person, I feel like they've done security work for sure. They do some fundraising. They've done medical assistant work, some of these people. Some of them are health educators, dentists. It's a really varied group. They've done all different kinds of things. Bartending. This person is a chef as well. One was a loan officer. I'm hearing all kinds of things. Special ed teacher, librarian. And then another person is a guidance counselor. They're all over. I mean, there's lots of things that are coming in. One wants to be and a great deal of you. This particular person, they're coming in, they're an interior designer. They design beautifully. They understand aesthetics amazingly, and they have architectural background as well. So they're pretty multifaceted, and there's just a big plethora of different careers in this group too. Now where you can meet them and where they might have spent the majority or their lineage is from Rome. So Italian. So this group background may very well be Italian and have spent either a great deal of time over in Italy or their ancestry is from them. And where a possibility where you might meet them, the other group had this too, right in your own backyard, right in your own stomping grounds, at a local restaurant, in a local park, things like there. It's just going to be somebody, they just pop up, not somebody you've met before, just somebody's like, voila, I am here. Now let's see also. Wow, so their possibilities is Moon in Cancer, Sun in Pisces. And again, I double up on these because I feel like this can be a possibility of either and or a sign. I always just feel guided to choose 2. And lots of times it'll be 2 of the same sign, which is really funny. And again, the first one had a Cancer possibility in there. And I love Cancer and Pisces. My mother was a Pisces, my daughter's a Cancer. They are very sensitive. They're very lovely signs. They're remarkable in their intelligence and their grasp, emotional intelligence as well. They can really see how people are feeling and act accordingly. They can read a room. You can take these people anywhere and they're always going to be well received because, you know, they're very generous. They're excellent listeners, and a lot of them tend to also be empaths and very sensitive. So we have to be careful with our wording with both Pisces and Cancer. Although Pisces can act like they're just flipping it off and going, yeah, whatever. They take things to heart and they're very sensitive. And yeah, they're also, I feel like a lot of these people, they're definitely environmentalists too. They're very big into the environment and how the environment is treated. So I want to see too what some of the, oh yeah, the personality traits too. Very strong. This person is that you're going to come into contact with is very strong. They're very forward thinking, and they don't get deterred, sidelined, or unfocused of what they're doing by any people, places, or things. Other people's opinions matter to them in some regard, but not how it influences their life path. Like they just know where they're going and why they want to go there. Very determined, very strong, but also they are sensitive individuals because they think of the families as a whole. They think of everybody when they're thinking. They're very unselfish, but super powerful, super together and strong. Definitely a person you want to have by your side. And they think very measuredly, like they understand, well, if I implement this, this is probably going to occur. Very logical, very sound reasoning, very, very smart person. Super reliable. Again, another very faithful individual. They don't feel like they need to stray or look elsewhere. Very faithful. So I love that energy for you, Group 3. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below. If you need private read and you want to support my channel, my Patreon page, my Etsy store has a lot of great spring jewelry in it. Yeah, check everything out. So love and light to this group.